It may only be Friday, but the carnival atmosphere has begun. We're here in Mexico, ready for free practice.
Hello everybody, welcome back to some more F1 25. We are in Mexico and we are ready to head out to the track. For those of the first video you've seen, we are currently leading the World Championship as Jak Crawford, with Oscar Piastri, I believe, 8 points back, and Max Verstappen 15 points back, so both still have a place in this championship. But yeah, 3 possibly heading into Qatar. We don't have Abu Dhabi on this playthrough of the game, and I'm getting a little bit worried that we've heard nothing from Cody's or EA to say what's happening with the F1 26 DLC, because I don't really know what I'm going to be doing at the end of this season. I think my plan at the minute is to do a short season and do some randomly generate which tracks we go to. But other than that, I don't really know what I'm doing. Could it have just been scrapped altogether? Because it does seem weird that, you know, the biggest change in the cars of the generation is going to be just DLC. I can't feel it's going to be very good when it comes. I don't necessarily see a problem with adding Cadillac in. I don't think that'll be too hard for them. But next season as well will of course be the first time since Sebastian Vettel in 2021, I think, that we will have a world champion as our teammate, because we've already secured the services of Max Verstappen for next year. That's why this team is going to be incredibly unlucky to not have a world champion on their team next year. Oh well, no, let me rephrase that. That they will not have the world champion from this year on the team next year. Although Max is third, it is maybe more likely me or Piastri, but yeah, the tactic for this type of my team really does seem to be get yourself a cheap F3 driver that you like. You race as them and keep all your money to get someone impressive like Max. We also had Russell. To speak to Russell, and then Lando Norris from Ferrari came to speak to us as well. I believe Russell is replacing Verstappen at Red Bull for next year. We'll see if Norris managed to find a new home or not. Car so far feeling a lot better around Mexico than it has in the past, which is a good sign. We've sort of peaked out on performance with the Red Bulls and the Mercedes and the Ferrari, I think, and maybe the McLaren. I don't know. Actually, I think the McLaren's a little bit far off. But what's interesting, of course, is that so in 2025 so far we had Lando Norris win a World Championship and then immediately went to Ferrari, which was foolish, like we did in F1 2025, obviously. And then in the second season, which you could argue is sort of F1 26, if you see what I mean, George Russell won. And then, yeah, this season, you know, could we follow what's probably going to happen in 26? What happened in 25? Bit deeper to that. Really deep into that. No, car feeling good, car feeling quick. Recording this on Thursday the 19th of March. The reason why is I've got time off work. Their holiday allowances run 1st of April to the end of March. So I just have to use up days that I can't carry over because I'm allowed to carry over 10. Now if the Red Bull's out on the track yet. How are we doing for tyres? Not amazing! Wow, really not amazing, considering we are where we are. So 10 laps if we're lucky on the mediums. Ooh. Whoa! Not as happy as it once was. Yeah, sometimes you just get a spike of temperature through the tyres and you just no grip, gone. And that little sausage lump on the inside there is always a problem.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
I wonder if Red Bull have run the constructors yet, because they are definitely going to get that. We'll do tyre management next, and good luck. Even the AI is struggling with the grip of the car at the minute. We have Norris behind, we have, I was going to say competitive Aston Martin, but it is Lance Stroll. Let's let these two out of the way. Stroll letting people through. Okay, that was where I was pushing it too much apparently.
program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
But you weren't half bloody slow. That's the problem with that. Alright, we'll do fuel management now on the same really dead tyres. Should be fun. Oh, it's fuel, not ERS, okay. We may have to get some different tyres. We've absolutely run these into the ground, I think. Let's box.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Okay, that's the test over, but I'm afraid we didn't get what we needed. We're going to have to run it again.
The hards feel a lot different than the mediums. This is what I remember struggling with. F1 26 this. So much Lyco.
Okay, test complete, and that was
Still faster
really
than the
good
Red
job
Bulls.
indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Let's go for a quali lap, see what we do. No, I was really unhappy there.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Got another second on them. The car felt good. Don't know what tyres were like after that. %, wear. Wow, okay. About 1.7 seconds faster than the next. We'll fast forward.
And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
Right, we'll advance. I don't think we need to do a quick practice, 'cause I think we got all the research points. And there's not much we can do with research points at the minute anyway. But we'll have a look. I think we did everything. So, you know what? Let's try to qualify. Oh. Let's go.
What an atmosphere we've got. The fans have been here since dawn, and the stadium, the Faro Sol, is absolutely heaving. We're about to get set to set the grid for tomorrow's Grand Prix. It's qualifying day here in Mexico City.
Go out on a mid-arm. Let's flying lap. Sorry, I'm distracted. Beginning to wonder whether I should have gone out on the softs, because I don't think the softs are going to be any good in the race, whereas a medium with an extra lap or so on it might be. But never mind. The fact Bortoleto to Williams is higher than me probably means we've got to go again.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
Not anymore! Knock one of those ones off. I'm gonna advance. So no leading the way, yes, we're going to have to do a faster lap, I think. Let's start. Full lap. Verstappen struggling again. Why does everyone that we sign then stop tanking?
Okay,
Seventh.
we've only got one
It
lap
gets
of fuel
worse.
remaining.
Q3, are we going to be able to get pole? That felt like a pretty decent lap to me. Wish you could see your times, your times between qualifyings. Oh, Verstappen maybe back on top.
And that's just 30 seconds left in the session.
Apparently I was just really slow through that.
Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Now that Piastri or Leclerc getting a time in, and both Wangernumb cars are right behind Verstappen, who is on pole. But that is interessant. Let's head then to the race. Not expecting any weather phenomenons.
Back in the 60s, Mexico City would host the season-ending race, a party of motor racing. Well, we might not host the finale now, but Mexico hosts a party nonetheless. So welcome to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the Mexico City Grand Prix. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, 2.6 miles of track that allows drivers to take full advantage of their cars, reaching speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour. And providing lots of opportunities for overtaking. The circuit features 17 corners, 10 to the right, and the remaining 7 going to the left. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Jak Crawford completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Sainz, Esteban Ocon, and Russell. Gasly, Sonoda.
These are F1 25, 26 numbers.
Piastri, Antonelli, Norris, Gabriel Bortoleto, and Stroll. Hadjar, Aaron, Liam Lawson, and Nico Hulkenberg.
Nico
PePe
Hulkenberg.
Colapinto, Behrman, and Zane Maloney rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. So here we are, 2.2 kilometres up in the air, which I know is an unusual feeling for you, Mr. Davidson, but for the drivers, it's even worse.
It is. The altitude can certainly get to your head, Crofty, that's for sure. Especially when you're walking up the stairs to the commentary box. I've seen it firsthand, ladies and gentlemen, don't you worry. But this circuit, the problem with the altitude is it takes away your downforce. You have to go slower around the corners because you've got less downforce, even though you've got Monaco wing packages on your car. That's the challenge of this incredibly unique circuit.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
I'm going to go for the medium and see what we can do. Let's go. Or for one stop even. So, 2 by 2 towards the start of this. Sonoda really making a bit of a name for himself.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Max Verstappen needs to do well today in order to be able to... You know, it's not like he's going to be out of it if he, like, DNFs, but in order to sort of keep the dream easy, or easier,
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
terrible launch, terrible, just couldn't find the point. Our teammate's going to try and get past us. He will get past us. I'm going to fight off behind, so I think that's our nearest arrival at the moment. I'm going to move across and brake heavily. Try and give them some room on the outside. We've got to lead the race with our championship contender, championship rival. Our battery's nice and charged for the finish straight. Start, finish straight. Whoa.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Only Albon had shown flickers of this brilliance earlier in the season, maybe staying in the car for next year. But as of yet, well, we know Verstappen will be joining us. This is just a Wangernumb fight, basically.
Alexander's pushing really hard right now. He's just put in the fastest lap of this race.
Oh, I don't know where Max is going here. Can't go too wide around there. How have we got 7 extra laps of fuel? got more power than me, both of them have. Alright, the rest of the field not that far behind us now.
Mind that front wing. It's
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
the Red Bull drivers just moved into first place.
Trying to make a move down this inside. One of the Mercedes has now come through. Russell up in the second. Verstappen's got past again. I think his wing must be alright then, that's good. I don't want to win this via charlatanism too much. We might have to look at doing some ERS management here.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Through the stadium section, we're gonna my tyres are really struggling to deal with putting the power down. Albon's going to get us too. We just need to be a bit slow at the minute. So we're really lucky with DRS as well, to be honest. It's a load of time through there. When the Mercedes are coming from me now, I'll be a bit rough with these because not my teammate, not my championship. Uber flop. I don't mind sticking my elbows out a little bit. Driver in front.
Okay, that's Alexander ahead. Time last lap, 1 minute.
Yes. Driver ahead.
Leclerc behind. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap, 1:18.5.
Driver in front.
Alexander ahead of you now. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead.
Sorry, my microphone's like just in the corner of my eye.
1.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap, 1 minute 17.8. Okay, you're dropping back by around 1.4 seconds. Okay,
Jeez,
so
we can't
gap
keep
to the
this
car
up.
ahead, 1.7 seconds.
I'm going to keep on the 2-stop with a bit of a hope and a prayer. I think we're just kind of being a bit shafted via DRS. Ooh. What I'm going to do is a bit of a test. Is after the 2 straight, we're going to knock our ERS to off and see if we can just manage it with overtake. On both sides here. Well, my other championship rival is now beginning to come into play.
Tyres are degrading fast. We can change strategy if you want. Check your MFD for details. Okay, copy that.
I wanted to switch all 1-stop, so we'll do it.
And gap to the car in front, 2.1 seconds. Car in front is a second a lap faster, 1 second.
We are just falling like a stone.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
There's no speed down the straights at all. Problem is, there's no detection point coming out of here. If there's a detection point here as well, you know, when you're getting slightly spun by the car behind. Really? We could have done taking some DRS, not DRS.
Okay, we've
Drag
lost
out the
position.
car.
Try to keep focus.
Not just straight line stuff, because I was scared that if I turn the steering wheel, we fly off the track.
We've got dangerously high levels of tyre wear now. Consider boxing or just nurse them home until the end. Got that confirmed.
What is happening here? Whoa!
Dangerously high levels of wear now. Please look after them or consider boxing for a fresh set. Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out. Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car is out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
Everybody's in the pits. Well, I said I wanted a safety car. Well, that's ridiculous. I'm just going to tell you ages. I need a front wing.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
I suppose the person who spun me has a penalty. Any chance? No, apparently the only instance is I exceeded track limits. You know, in terms of being spun and spat into a wall, nah.
We got P16. Gasly's ahead of you. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, Hulkenberg's behind you now. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Okay, you've got 25 laps to go.
They've been able to pit under the safety car. Basically no penalty. Points at this point is going to be the aim, I think. How I said, you know, nothing needs to go wrong for Verstappen. Well, here we are. We are going to be third in the championship. How have they been able to, like, scoot away? We're even behind the midfield at this point. Safety car can't come in this lap, sure. We're nowhere near all caught up yet.
Right, let's pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap. Gap to your teammate ahead, 5.7 seconds. Yellow flag.
An incident to turn one.
Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flag. Mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Confirmed.
Piastri's pulling over. That's one of our championship contenders out of the race. P2 is out.
Green flag. It looks like we might have an issue. Hang in there. We're attempting to manage
Oh
it.
my god, not me as well. All we need for a torrid day. Oh god. I was going for a trip into the bushes there.
We're looking at some imminent gearbox issues, I'm afraid. Watch out for jams and missed gears.
I thought our gearbox was alright. I thought we replaced a little bits in this car after the last race. Or before the last race, after the sprint.
Tyre condition still looking good. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
The car feels so slow. I'm about to have one of the Williams come back at us. I generally thought it was Hulkenberg for a second, then I forgot that I had got past those two. Oh, there's a bit of a scrap going on here. Kimi Antonelli is falling back down the order. Cannot possibly exceed the track limits, even though they're about to have a massive accident in front of me. Just don't want to trap myself. I'm so nervous after the last race. I feel like I don't even want to risk it.
Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
That was a bit of a push and a shove, but never mind. Oh, he left like ahead. Is it Max Verstappen?
Caution, caution.
No, it's Albon! Albon! Maybe also having the gearbox issues that we were supposedly having. Well, the Red Bulls have just got into the lead, I believe.
Alexander is out of the race.
Come on out after running so well. We really lost some traffic there now. The cars are really struggling.
The pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance.
Bortoletto and I presume Sonoda doing really well out of this race. But I have a horrible suspicion there's a chance I have peaked where I'm going to get to in this race. But we'll see what we can do. I keep just losing grip a little bit here and there. It just slows you down so much. It's not great. As soon as we've lost DRS, start sliding backwards a little bit. See a gap and go for it. And Kimi Antonelli. But then look at this! I guess all of those have gone to one set of meters. We'll need to pit again. Maybe if we keep it cool and calm on the tyres. Don't have to pit again, we have a chance. I fucking hate when they do that in this game. They'll like just jig to the right and immediately go on the brakes. It just kills your front wing. Usually go back to where they come from as well. I don't mean to me, you know what I mean. Go back to where they were on the track.
Okay, gap ahead, 5.5 seconds.
That did not work. Whatever I was trying there did not work. Trying to go around the outside.
Keep on him, he might make a
Stick
mistake.
with what you know, I think. That's definitely a bit cheeky.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
See, sometimes coming to the pits now. Sonoda won't. Antonelli, I guess, won't. So we are fighting for position with Antonelli. You just can't take this chicane for shit. So you fired DRS now. Keep things interesting, but I don't. So I didn't.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 8.1 seconds.
Everyone had it on the hard, so I think this is more or less our spot, ladies and gents. Driver in front.
Okay, that's Antonelli just ahead. Push hard. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 13 laps old. And the time last lap, 1:18.4. Okay, you're dropping back by around 0.2 each lap.
Championship standings.
As things stand, we're going to be leading the championship.
Oh! Just.
Okay, the car behind's catching you at a rate of about 2 seconds a lap. Be aware.
Jesus, okay. So we're going to have to worry about Norris. So no, the P4 for Aston Martin is pretty impressive. Norris is absolutely flying on those tyres. It's pumping power. Bobbing Bauer. Pull to the right. Norris is here. We've got 8 more laps on these tyres. I need to settle down with the rear tyre usage.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form. Okay, the car behind has newer tyres than you. Maintain the gap if possible. Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive.
I thought it would rain for a second then. I thought, oh, that might spice things up a bit, but no. Championship standings.
As things stand, we'll be second in the championship.
Okay, that's the switchover point, okay. Can't lose any more positions, although we are struggling with tyres horrifically at the minute. Check the what?
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
I'll come behind.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 6.6 seconds.
Let's see if there's a way I could game the DRS. Oh, okay. And there wasn't. And we've now got two cars behind us trying to take us down. We may get 1 point today, ladies and gentlemen. I refuse to be beaten by Lance Stroll. Whoop, little tap there. We'll move around the outside there. They're going to have DRS, because of course they do. And fire straight past again. I'm going to have to roll that work, although I can try and... Whoa! Ocon doing Ocon thing. Come on, Bortoletto. You can't just stop. How's that on a safety car? Hell.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.9 seconds. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
We may even drop out the places too. Plant Stroll.
Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus.
I was sort of forced into that by whatever the hell was happening on my outside. You're at critical tyre wear at this point. Bortoletto might just be about to be bumped out of championship points. Oh, the tyre gone. Is the tyre gone? I can't see it.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Piss. Max Verstappen wins. Full 25 points for him. We're scrabbling over scraps.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 13.0 seconds.
We'll be about 5 ahead, I believe. But again, that's only if this tyre of ours can last. Until the checkered flag. Sainz got past Stroll. Fireworks are going off, not for us.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
8th, 3 points. Lando Norris, the driver of the day.
The checkered flag is out. We're going to be hearing that Dutch national anthem again because it's victory for Max Verstappen.
A great display of dominance today, Crofty, by this driver. They led from lights out to the flag at the end, led every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff by them, and excited to see what more they can do in future races.
Yeah.
Only 3 can take to the podium, and here they come. But there can only be one on the top step. Your number 1, Max Verstappen. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Yuki Tsunoda only just off the podium, I mean by 15 seconds, but you know what I mean. That's advance. Advance. Damage on both cars. But we're on a rivalry with Mercedes somehow. Fan bonus lost. That was not a good race for us.
We have something for you to look at, please.
Let's have a look then. Literally done everything we can possibly do. Whoops.
Hey, Chief. Just a reminder to kick off some research projects.
There isn't any to
Don't fall
do.
behind our
You
rivals,
silly
and we haven't got anything in the
fuck.
pipeline. Thanks.
Let's advance.
Sorry to disturb. Need you for a moment, please, boss?
So like there was no
Congrats on winning that rivalry, boss. I chatted to some of their team in the airport and they were much, quieter than usual. Nice one.
loads of money. Can't fucking spend it. We're pretty much maxed out. So we're ready for Brazil. Let's do the results. 6 points behind Max Verstappen and 12 points ahead of Oscar Piastri. And I'm fairly sure Red Bull then have won the Constructors. So congratulations to them. We need to just work to stay in second. So let's go through the spreadsheet. So Russell was third, Leclerc was second, and Verstappen was first. That is what we have learned. Norris was sixth for the fastest lap of the race with Antonelli. Antonelli was fifth. Ocon was seventh and ninth for Sainz. Eighth for me, yes. Albon DNF'd. Bortoletto in the end, just missing out in 11th. Pierre Gasly in 13th. Yuki Tsunoda was 4th for Aston Martin. Really impressed by that. Was strolled down in 10th. Isaac Hadjar was 14th with Lawson in 12th. Paul Aaron was 19th with Colapinto in 18th. Zan Maloney was 20th, Hülkenberg in 15th. Ollie Behrman was 16th and PePe Marti was 17th. We'll do some scrolls. In terms of the current drivers' standings, it's a little bit 2x2 in a few places. Russell continues in 6th with Leclerc remaining in 5th. Verstappen jumps back to the lead of the race with Piastri jumping back down to 3rd. Lando Norris is 4th with Antonelli 7th. Ocon 10th, Sainz 9th. Jak Crawford, me, 2nd. Albon still in 8th again in a big old no man's land. Gabriel Bortoletto is in 14th with Gasly in 13th. Sonoda in 11th with Stroll in 12th. Hadjar in 16th with Larson in 15th. Paul Aaron in 21st with Franco Colapinto in 20th. 22nd for Maloney. 18th for Hülkenberg. 17th for Behrman. And 19th for PePe Marti. In terms of the teams, Mercedes are 3rd. Red Bull are 1st. Ferrari are 4th. McLaren are 5th. We are 2nd. Williams are 7th. 6th for Aston. 8th for Alpine. 11th for Visa. 10th for Geek. And as for 9th. And in terms of our number of engineers, which I won't do this if we do that short season because I'll just fucking delete it and we'll forget about it, is 390. So they've gained 4 in this little gap. But our next time will be Brazil, and we will be doing, of course, a sprint race and a regular race. But until then, see you next time. Bye bye.